Hello and welcome to the corner. I'm the Frosted Glass. I'm joined by my fellow Alpestre Savages. I like boobs.
Yo, I like Crocodile Dundee too.
Yes, we've been talking about all the great movies. Moonshock.
If that qualifies as a great movie, then here you go. How about Teen Witch? That was such a wonderful movie.
He was in a witch movie?
No. He wasn't in any of those. I'm just saying there was actually a movie called Teen Witch. It is one of the dumbest movies I've ever seen.
I still want Crocodile Dundee in space.
Witch.
Pterodimaptus.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
Oh, yeah, you win.
And this week's special guest, Ranting Monkey.
I have nothing clever to say.
All right, I'm
welcome
kicking you
to
out.
the coroner.
Well, so, I mean, I would ask how you guys are doing, but let's skip that.
Yeah, we probably should.
All right, so let's go on to our first article. And you know how there's been a lot of big to-do about inflation and all that?
Inflation doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
There is inflation, but in the words of a very wise man, that's a good thing.
And would this wise man just happen to be Mr. Obama sitting man?
I thought wise men say only fools rush in.
Cindy Steinberg.
That too.
As someone who's been on the internet for a long time, I can tell you with profound experience that inflation is not a good thing.
Oh, look at her. She's got her pronouns in her bio.
Inflation is a good thing. Here's why.
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm
trying to get a picture of her.
I'm really starting to like this author. She puts out so much great content.
Give me a second, guys. I'm almost there at her picture.
Hey, you know how your grandma lost basically 25% of her savings in 1 year? Yeah, that's a good thing.
You've undoubtedly seen...
I was going to say, you don't need that retirement fund, do you?
You've undoubtedly seen the headlines about inflation, and chances are that your vaguely racist uncle won't stop talking about it during family dinners.
Hey,
Unfortunately,
my uncle is pure racist, not vaguely.
Why poison the well like that? What you're racist if you're concerned about inflation?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Black people love inflation.
There is a link in chat to this woman. She actually looks rather normal.
It kind of makes sense. I've seen a lot of fat black people, so maybe they do like inflation.
Unfortunately, the topic of inflation is something that's unavoidable nowadays. But only hearing about inflation does little to actually prepare people for what sounds like something big and scary. We're going to demystify inflation by providing a blueprint for how normal, everyday working folks should approach it. First of all, recognize the many positive impacts of inflation.
Oh, this will be good.
Although the threats of inflation are definitely overblown, we must also recognize that the fear-mongering around inflation in general is often sourced from far-right propaganda.
What?
Yeah, it's all far-right propaganda, monkey.
Okay.
Inflation isn't actually...
Hi, tall person.
Hi, son.
And
Hi,
Hey,
Frost.
son.
Hi, Terry. Hi, Jack. Hi, Monkey.
everybody here. There you go.
Hi,
See?
son.
Hi, Tier.
Don't say hi to Thierry's black.
Inflation isn't
Hi,
actually
Paul
going...
Potato. Hi, Johnny Hellcat. Hi, Good Slash It Soup.
Inflation isn't actually going to come to your bedroom in the middle of the night with a bloody axe, folks.
Hi, Daniel.
Wait. What? No, it's going to leave you living under a
Hi,
bridge.
Jack. Again.
Sorry, monkey. This has become a thing now where the wife, she says hello to everybody and then completely blots out what we're trying to say.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Did you get everybody?
So far.
But
Did you
living
get-
under a bridge is a good thing, Monkey. She's going to explain why.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's everybody.
Oh, God.
In theory, inflation raises prices, but we have to remember.
Wait, stop. No. That's not in theory. That's what inflation is.
This is yet to be proven, Monkey. This is like an
Jesus
hypothesis
Christ.
at best.
Inflation means something gets bigger. What gets bigger? Science has yet to explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like what is
Yeah.
it's like, is light a particle or wave? Is inflation good or bad? We'll never know these things.
You want to know what inflates? Penises.
Yes. that is true, I suppose.
From what I've heard, inflation is just printing more money. It's not the prices going up is a symptom of inflation, but the inflation itself is the printing of money, the increasing of the money pool.
Like Weimar Republic,
Milton-
everybody loved it back then.
Milton Friedman has spoke extensively on this subject. It's printing money. Printing more money causes inflation. Causes things to be devalued. Causes the dollar to be devalued.
Each dollar becomes less valuable because the supply has been increased, and then they're less scarce, so they're less valuable.
It is such a simple concept that even a child can understand it, but for some reason, half the people in America seem to think it's okay.
Well, in fairness, some inflation is okay. The problem isn't inflation itself. It was the massive amount of inflation we had all at once.
I mean, I would be fine with there not being any inflation whatsoever, but I would agree there is at the very least a tolerable amount, and what's going on is not tolerable.
I think inflation is good in the sense that it decreases the country's debts. Like if you owe $1 million, if you devalue the dollar, then $1 million of them is less of an expense for the nation.
Yeah.
But that's the problem, because it means that you're incentivizing people to go into debt.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that it's a good way to run a country. I'm saying that if you are trillions of dollars in debt, devaluing the currency will lessen the amount that you owe.
Just
so
Photoshop a few zeros onto that dollar bill, and you're good.
There you go.
It's the country's first $10 million bill.
Yeah. It buys you a loaf of bread.
In theory,
at least in bread lines we get the bread.
True.
In theory, inflation raises prices, but we have to remember that as a result of President Biden's policies, wages are rising, and more jobs are being created.
No, they're not. No.
No.
It says it right here.
She's just wrong.
Right there. See,
Monkey, when you start writing Medium articles, then damn it, you will start believing.
Yes, I said it on the internet. I didn't write it on the internet, so it's not true.
You also didn't write it on Medium. So.
Hey, we closed the country down, and after we stopped closing the country down, suddenly there were more jobs. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's when those jobs that went away all of a sudden come back. Oh, look, I got credit for getting 6 million more jobs out there. Look how cool I am.
Again, it's another mystery we'll never solve. While there can always be more progress to make in regard to wages, let's not discount how it's easier than ever to find a job. And this is despite how much damage Trump did during his administration. At the end of the day...
I knew they'd find a way to bring Trump up.
Trump is the cause of all bad things.
Yes.
Wow, they didn't even actually list a problem there. They just said Trump bad and left it at that.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you want to get a group of clapping seals together to start smacking their hands together in tandem, just say Orange Man bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you were actually so lazy with that criticism, you didn't even bother to lie.
At the end of the day, the economy is stronger and more vibrant than ever. And inflation means higher gross domestic product, which is a good thing.
What?
The
economy is not stronger and more vibrant than ever. Where the hell are you getting that crap from? Oh, I know. She's getting it from Jean-Pierre Picard, Jean-Luc person with freaking sideshow bob hair.
No, she's more masculine than Jean-Luc Picard.
Wait,
Just
hold
as-
on now. She's saying that the GDP is rising. In terms of what?
Yeah.
If everybody is paying more money for something, in terms of US dollars, yes, the GDP will go up.
Does this
Because
woman have a-
everybody's paying more money for things.
Well, obviously, with her PhD in economics, she knows exactly what she's talking about.
It doesn't speak to a rise in actual production. It just speaks into a rise of circulation.
Dak, the piece of paper on her walls written in crayon says that she's a fucking PhD in economics. Deal with it.
Just ask China, which is currently suffering a dramatic economic decline due to deflation. That means everything is cheap, but it also means nothing has any value, including real estate.
It's also a communist state-run party, or country, and the CCP will own everything if it is good for the country or good for the party. Rather, probably good for the party would be a more apt description on that one. But I thought that China was doing really well now that it has this big old alliance with Russia and all that shit. I mean, unless that's old news now. I mean, if it is, then it didn't take very long to become old news.
And also, a communist nation is definitely a one-to-one comparison here.
Real communism has never been tried.
And I'm sure that whatever numbers we get from China, they must be believable.
The
Yeah,
communist.
China has never lied to anyone about anything ever.
The Asians are great at math. Look at Ian Miles Chong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here's what
you can always tell how happy that Xi Jinping is when he's standing in the middle of that stupid fucking limo with a bunch of mics in front of his face. He always has that goddamn scowl on his face. He's like, "You are all peons to me. Get the hell out of my face."
As
Except
the guy said, just trust China, don't be asshole.
Except for that one time where Xi ate too much honey and got stuck in that tree hole. Here's what you
Or
can
when
do.
when he was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Biden.
Yeah. Or they walked 17,000 miles.
Yes,
Here's what you-
17. Uphill
here's what you
both
can-
ways in the snow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's what you can do to be a more responsible consumer and contribute to the economy while reducing your exposure to inflation. Hedge buy.
Starve.
Why are we reducing our exposure to inflation? I thought inflation was a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she said it right there a couple of paragraphs ago. That's a
In
great
the
thing.
title. the title
Well,
says it's a good thing.
Well, you don't want to hog all the inflation. You want to leave some for other
Okay, yeah,
people.
you've got to be generous.
Hogflation. I like that. That's a good one.
Sharing
I
is
am not.
caring.
I am not googling hogflation. It's never too late to invest in your education and professional development. Take some courses or get certifications that will make you more of an asset in your field. Then ask for that.
Student debt is a great way to deal with inflation.
Yeah, if you have inflation, go into debt. That's
Yeah.
Then ask for that raise you've been waiting for. Polish your resume and pursue a more competitive compensation package elsewhere.
Okay,
The best-
put some punctuation in that sentence there, woman. Oh my God.
The best way to beat inflation is to guarantee that your pay will always outpace it.
That will never fucking happen, ever. I don't know where the hell you seem to be living in fantasy land, but that doesn't happen in the real world.
But
And
also,
that- what-
we're back to treating inflation like a bad thing. Why are we trying to beat inflation? I thought the whole premise was inflation good.
Because inflation is the sub and we're the dom, so inflation likes it.
Right.
Well, what you got to do is you have to go to your employer and say, Biden sucks, give me more money. And they will every
Of
time.
course. Why wouldn't they? Everyone
No,
likes giving
but-
you money.
What's easier, that or taking a college course and becoming better in your field? All right. Next, reduce your carbon footprint.
Oh, naturally.
Oh, climate
Yes.
change. Yay.
causing earthquakes in New Jersey.
One secret driver of inflation is climate change, according to a report by Axios. You can personally join the fight.
That is true. I mean, because it costs more to do their nonsense sustainability shit.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
Now, the Earth is warming, and everyone knows when money gets warm, it's worth less.
Yes.
It would seem to me as though the amount of carbon dioxide you produce correlates directly to how successful your country is.
Yeah.
And so the countries that are throttling it as heavily as possible seem to be suffering the most.
You can personally join the fight against climate change and become an eco-warrior for progress, thus simultaneously joining the fight against inflation by reducing your carbon footprint.
Now, does anybody ever go after India, perhaps, for this whole climate change thing, or just us big old well-developed first world countries?
India would tell you to fuck off. America will tell you, "Oh, that's interesting. Let us destroy our country to accommodate that."
Yeah, and because why don't we take a look at the real polluters of this world? Those are the same fucking countries that are holding that giant middle finger up, saying "fuck you."
No, not just India. What about the climate activists that fly on private jets to attend their Save the Environment meetings?
Well, they're saving the environments with those private jets. Okay, that is green exhaust.
That is a sacrifice they are willing to make.
Exactly.
Now, Terry, those are eco jets. They don't use fuel. They burn pandas.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
They shovel pandas in like coal furnaces.
They burn taco oil.
I'm just getting like a mental image of like a zoo with a whole bunch of pandas running around on fire.
It's environmentally friendly, okay?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I needed that.
Pandas on fire always makes me laugh.
They have such expressive faces too.
You can easily make a big impact on the environment through small lifestyle changes, like riding a bicycle to work instead of driving, or by ditching plastic cups and straws and cupping your hands together to drink beverages. I added that last part to see if you were paying attention or not.
I was like, isn't that I'm gonna get you, sucker?
That was close. She almost sounded stupid. Turn down the thermostat. Another driver of inflation is Putin's war of aggression against the sovereign democracy of Ukraine.
Oh,
This has
fuck
everything
me.
except printing money.
Everything except for what's really causing it, yeah.
As a result of Putin's war of aggression, the price of natural gas is set to increase.
Nope. Stop. Nope.
Why are you questioning the science, Monk?
Because there is a increase in prices from that, but that's because we did it, not Putin. It was our reaction to it. China's not paying the same thing because they're getting the cheap oil from fucking Russia.
No, Putin made us stop drilling.
And I was gonna say we had a pipeline thing in place, didn't we? Putin didn't stop the pipeline deal, did he?
No, that was us when we blew it up.
In Minecraft.
No, I'm talking about the American pipeline.
Oh, that's pretty Putin. That's like day one Biden.
Yep.
Yeah. That was one of the bigger ones of one of Biden's fuck ups, and I think a lot of people have forgotten about it.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that Keystone, the Keystone pipeline.
The Keystone XL.
Keystone pipeline.
No, that was Putin
also
pulling the strings.
With Putin, I mean, they blew up the Nord Streams. Oh, sorry, we didn't do that, which kind of made it harder to get fuel to Europe, which increases the cost of fuel.
It was a hurricane, or
it was a hurricane. Yeah,
it's kind of amazing. Everything Joe Biden does creates tremendous problems for America. It's incredible.
It's like it's on purpose.
No, she just told me Putin did it.
Why is it that every time I hear the word Putin, I feel like somebody's like, I pooped my pants?
His name kind of sounds like a euphemism for a fart.
Yes,
that was a South Park joke where they was saying, we're not worried about your sex life, Mr. Garrison. We're worried about Putin. And he goes, oh, come on. It was a small sound when I pulled out. It was hardly Putin.
Nice.
One easy way to fight against inflation is by standing in solidarity with Ukraine and refusing to heat your house with natural gas. No
What
need
if
to
that's all
explain
you
why,
have
that's just
access to?
obvious.
Well, why don't we talk about now how much of a percentage that the poor English people had to pay for heating this winter? I mean, they got royally fucked.
Wait, she addresses that moon.
Okay, I'm not reading ahead. I'm just saying.
Right.
Just saying.
Now, there's a good replacement for this.
Oh dear, cow farts.
Freezing to death.
But of course, you shouldn't have to freeze to death.
Oh, sorry, monkey. Ears out.
You can easily find YouTube tutorials on setting up alternative heating solutions inside your house. Even fire pits.
Fire pits? Are you out of your fucking mind?
A fire pit in your house?
Naturally. Where else would you put it?
Well, did
Great,
the Brady...
you could get carbon monoxide all up in your house and die.
Inflation goes away when you're dead. It really does.
That is true.
Well, I don't know. The Brady Bunch,
Or at
they had
least-
a fire pit in their kitchen.
You're concerned for it.
Well, yeah. I mean, once all the plebs are dead, those useless eaters, they're just like, hey, look, we got more shit.
I, for one, am totally in favor of what this Medium author is saying. I think that all of this Medium author's fans should put fire pits in their house, totally unregulated, and just light that shit. Light it up, suckers.
In the future, we're all going to live in teepees so that we can have that central fire unit. You know, because it has a big opening at the top.
If you think that sounds good, it gets better.
Goody.
Whichever alternative you use, be sure to try to minimize the environmental impact. See earlier tip. For example, by burning old trash rather than freshly cut lumber.
No.
That's right. Start an actual garbage fire in your home.
Oh my god.
Plastic burning in an enclosed space is awesome.
Somebody call the fire marshal on this fucking loon. Oh my god.
Dealing with inflation is so easy, guys.
I'm learning a lot.
Burn trash in your house.
That's right. Let's set up a fire pit on our little freaking marble countertop over there. Put a nice little cup of stones and a ring, and there you go. Fire away, boys.
Hey, you know what else is really warm? Cardboard boxes and sandwich boards that say the end is nigh.
I prefer the sandwich board from Die Hard 3.
I was thinking the same thing.
But don't worry, because if you do burn your house down, our next step is sell your house and rent an apartment.
Whoa, why?
Single-family housing is not only systemically disadvantaging people of color and objectively bad for the environment, but it's also a big waste of money.
Oh my god!
There's no reason.
You're the fucking pod lady. You're the pod person.
Yeah.
Eat the bugs.
Eat the bugs, live in the pod.
You're literally that person.
Don't eat the bugs. You burn the bugs for warmth.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know, but I like her.
The new cracklins are going to be cricket shells.
There's no reason why anybody needs to own a big house, especially in 2024.
Oh my god.
Oh, really? Then go talk to all those fucking celebrities and people on those private jets that like to discuss our future and tell them that your house is way too big.
No. They need it. They need it. We don't.
Yeah.
The commoners don't need it.
For science?
I mean, their house is big, but do you have any idea how much garbage they're burning in it?
You will own nothing and you will be happy.
See, we all of those celebrities, they need 20,000 square feet, because reasons.
Also, can I just say, isn't this the exact type of person who would be against landlords?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in 2024.
Sell your house and squat in an apartment. There you go.
Yeah.
You can own it. See, you can be a homeowner right there. Go and sit in your house.
Last week, Monkey, we read an article by this same author in support of that Venezuelan guy who was squatting and telling people how to do it.
Oh, yeah. That sounds right.
especially in 2024, which is a time where couples are having less children and women are free to explore their careers without being tied down to their homes like slaves.
Yeah, there's a reason why people are having less children, because of what you just fucking said.
I was hoping you were going to say there's a reason we have slaves.
No, but she considers women not staying at home to be a good thing. She's not criticizing. She's saying it's good that women are going out and getting careers and not wasting time with motherhood.
I mean, Terry, you can't be stuck in the kitchen if you're homeless.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just say this author starts on the premise that inflation, an objectively bad thing, is a good thing, and then makes it about 1,000 times worse by basically arguing for the end of civilization as we know it.
Yeah.
This is like if she saw like the Mouse Utopia experiments where, you know, society basically just dies off in 3 generations and say, oh, that's a good thing.
No, Jack, it's utopia. Clearly it's a good thing. It's right there in the name.
Yeah. No matter who...
I get it. Go ahead.
No matter who you are, you probably have too much stuff anyway. If you're struggling to downsize, try selling excess stuff and giving part of the proceeds to charitable causes. The thought that you're helping people out...
Inflation's going to be easier for me if I give away my money.
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just making sure I heard that part.
Just like student debt is going to be a great asset when you're dealing with inflation.
No, it's okay, Monkey, because the thought that you're helping people out will be enough to motivate you.
I have
sell the rest of my shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Sell it or burn it for warmth. You have choices.
I have very, very few. I mean, between Son and I, we don't have a whole lot of possessions, and I have worked very hard to get where I am right now. So, if you're telling me I have excess stuff that I need to sell off, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself. It's not going to happen.
That's just rude. She's trying to help me.
I don't care. I don't want to burn my house down, first of all. Second of all, I have enough money so I can afford to heat my house. And third, if you want all of this shit to happen, then you go somewhere else where there is a shitload of people that all have way too much, and then you can go tell them your message and try to sell that stupid crap. It's not going to happen.
How much would you save on heating if you started a garbage fire in your house?
And
Terry,
Moon, clearly you hate black people. Clearly you hate black people because yards, garages, and large homes are a throwback to slavery.
Nice.
What?
They're the modern...
There were no yards before slavery?
Apparently not.
No, all apartments. They're the modern capitalist version of feudal castles and antebellum plantation houses. We don't need them.
I am this close to telling this fucking woman to go kill herself. Do the rest of us a favor. Stop being a useless eater, bitch.
This is satanic. This is just out and out satanic.
Her body could warm so many people.
I would actually approach this woman, just reasonably and say, with all of this complaining that you're doing, what is it that would make you truly happy as a person and stop bitching about everything? Tell me what you want out of life and tell me what you think would make you the happiest. And if your stupid ass says socialism, then I will slap you right across the fucking face.
But socialism is the answer that she will give you. That is literally what she thinks the solution to every problem is.
And if she tries to pull that bullshit excuse like all the ones ever like, it hasn't done right yet. No, it will never be done right, ever. It has a 0 return on anything that you try. It will never, ever work. So try as you might, write as many fucking articles as you want. You have all of the freedoms you will ever get anywhere on this earth.
Too many freedoms, Moon. We need to get rid of some of them so we can bring in socialism.
No, what you do is you slap the person, you slap the author really hard and say, wait, that was supposed to fix your brain. Let me try it again. Slap them again and just keep doing that over and over again until it fixes their brain.
And then the person behind you says you're wanted on the phone and they pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
And well, the thing is, I do not ever condone violence against anybody because I'm not a big fan of it. But that would get me really, really, really wanting to give her a piece of my mind. Just wake the fuck up from this dream that you seem to be enjoying with all these other stupid fucking reeing Karens and just join the real world.
will just say Pinochet did nothing wrong.
Living in an apartment doesn't just save you money, it's better for the environment. A smaller space means less energy spent on heating and cooling. It also means you're closer to your neighbors, making them feel like friends and part of a tight-knit community, instead of the couple
this
next
person has never lived in an apartment in their life.
You are preaching to the wrong choir.
No.
Instead of
I mean, I own where I live, so I guess technically it's not an apartment from what I understand of American terminology, but
Like a condo.
I do not know a single one of my neighbors. I don't want to know a single one of my neighbors.
You don't have to.
No, but like they're saying that living in a block of flats will make you better acquainted with your neighbors. No, by design, I don't want to interact with these people.
I would think that you're more likely to get to know your neighbors if you have a comfortable distance from each other than if you're right next to each other.
You're fading out, Jack.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Sorry, I was saying I would think that it would be you would be more comfortable talking to your neighbors if you had a comfortable distance from each other rather than if you were right next to each other.
Now, it's better when you can smell their garbage fire from your place. Tight-knit community instead of the couple next door with a bigger boat and nicer cars. Capitalism has sold us this lie that we need to fight with each other for more stuff. To own more land, more assets. Always more. How do you like it? How do you like it? Well, no, sorry.
It's called the American fucking dream, you stupid whore.
But downsizing is freedom from this toxic relationship with ownership.
See, you will own nothing and you will be happy.
Yeah.
Sorry, that won't happen.
All right.
Why do I get the feeling the author has pulled their own hair out at some point?
Unless they find like a fucking a giant Lake Michigan of fucking oil underneath where I live and pull eminent domain. My house is mine. I pay my taxes. I'm a good little boy. So you will leave my house the fuck alone.
Educate your friends and family. Much like the Santa Claus. The Santa Claus, like the movie. If everybody believes in inflation, then inflation becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Conversely...
I remember that plot point in the Santa Claus when they discussed inflation.
Yeah. Conversely, if everyone is educated to be wary of debunked far-right conspiracy theories, then inflation will have little impact on our economy. When people are afraid of an economic crisis, they hold on to their cash and stop spending. This actually ends up amplifying the problems that they're trying to avoid.
What?
Yeah, it's a conspiracy theory, Monk.
Yeah. This reminds me, I saw on Twitter, like they were saying that like when you print more money, prices go up. And then someone's brilliant suggestion was, well, just don't tell people that you printed more money so they don't know to raise their prices.
Oh, look at that, Monk. We're lucky. Eminent domain doesn't exist in this state.
If people start hoarding their money, profits will decline and the stock market will crash. If people simply have faith in the great job that our leadership is doing, despite sabotage from Russian oligarchs and their conservative
Oh my
puppets,
God! Shut up.
Then the economy will remain stable. Economics can be complex, but it really is that simple at the fundamentals.
So wait, you're making the argument that your system only works if literally every single person believes in it 100%.
Hey, anybody want to go in on me and buy this fucking woman a one-way plane ticket to North Korea?
This is the exact argument that Marxists make about communism.
It's like
that it only really works if literally everybody is on board.
It's like the end of It's a Wonderful Life, where everybody prays for George Bailey, so everything works out.
Can I ask a serious question? You've read her before. Is she actually an economist? Because she sounds like one.
Let's see. Well, it'll give her a description at the end, so we'll see what her qualifications are.
She sounds like an economist, much like AOC is an economist.
Yeah, the best kind of economist.
Well, most economists are retarded.
So tell your racist uncle to stop repeating his far-right talking points about inflation.
I did, but he killed a Negro in front of me for saying it.
Stop calling
He was
me out.
looking at me. He was threatening me with his eyes.
That makes me want to kill minorities. Call his activity out as a subversive form of fascism designed to worm itself into families through dinner tables and front porches.
Hating inflation is fascism now.
Yes.
Because I'm sure if you said that to your uncle, then you would win the argument.
Yeah.
All right. Spend more money. In order to prevent inflation from occurring, people need to stimulate the economy. Remember that nice stimulus check Biden gave us? That was to fuel the economy.
Is she honestly arguing that more demand lowers inflation?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
God. All right. I thought that fall was painful. Jesus Christ.
Monk, you know how it's been a while since you've been on? Well,
yeah.
When that happens, that means I squirrel away articles and save them just for that certain person.
Oh, man, this chick. This is pain. It's really painful.
Man.
Moonshock, do you have any of that Tylenol left?
You're right. This author is painful. I hope this is the only article by her today.
Oh, you asshole.
Hang on.
Oh, you son of a...
In chat, Shih Tzu says that they have an economics degree and they're not retarded. I said most. I didn't say all. Most.
But it only does its job as intended if it's getting reinvested by being spent. It's the same principle here. When people spend money, the economy is stimulated. If you're financially savvy and end up selling your house and some of your old junk, then you'll have plenty of cash to buy new things and help keep inflation at a healthy level.
So she literally wants you to be homeless.
You need to get rid of your stuff because it's bad so you can go out and buy more stuff because it's good.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? That's like a fucking paradox. That makes no sense.
Here's the thing. The economy moves forward by nature of innovation. These are people that view the economy more like a slice of the pie. You get one slice of the pie and that's it. And so they don't really take into account the way that things progress over time. And so what they end up doing is saying you have to conserve literally every single resource because everything is finite and there is no chance of us ever innovating our way out of this mess. And so you have to regress to being back in the Stone Age.
Yeah. JB says, I'm a magician. Now put the money in the bag.
The line is, I'm a magician, your clothes are red. All right.
I can just see somebody in a bank just trying to rob, like, I'm a magician, put the money in the bag.
All right. Vote for Democrats in November.
Oh, hell no. No, I want to hold on to my money, not give it to your sorry asses.
I will say, of all the things that she has said, this is perhaps the least surprising thing.
Yeah, I will admit. Yeah, you are correct on that one.
This one is obvious. The only way to stop the pain created by Trump and Putin is by continuing to support Democrats.
No.
According to the experts, Democrats are better at developing a strong, healthy economy.
Which experts?
Yeah, and which Democrats have ever done that?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Monkey, because I checked the citation here, and
is it Krugman?
I don't think so, but I looked at the article, and they determined that the economy, on average, increased under Democrat presidents, and the conclusion they came to was it was luck.
Aha. I mean, timing, luck, world, economics. A lot of things influence, like natural disasters, for example. Wars. There's a lot of shit that can really influence a country's economy. Doesn't matter if it's R or D or anything else for that matter.
Yeah, but don't you want the president to be a lucky one?
Luck is just this fleeting thing. Anybody can be lucky. It just really depends on what the situation is that they're in at the time that they're president.
And I think we can all agree that the success of many parts of Biden's economy speaks for itself. He's done a great job fixing fixing the disaster Trump created, even while being hamstrung by stubborn partisan brinkmanship from conservatives in Congress.
If this woman disses Trump one more fucking time about ruining the economy, I'm gonna punch her. I really am. She's just gonna right in the fucking neck. There you go. That'll at least knock your fucking windpipe loose.
Don't worry, you won't be mad at her in this next sentence, Moon. All right. Get a side job. There are two blessings that COVID-19 brought us: less boomers and the explosion of the gig economy.
Holy shit.
The gay economy or gig economy?
Gig.
No.
I thought I heard gay economy. Like, what?
One of the blessings of COVID-19 is that boomers died.
Yeah, that's a pretty shitty thing to say. My father is a boomer, and I don't want to die either.
You cut out.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Can I just?
Oh, sorry.
Can I just reiterate my point from earlier that this is satanic?
No, what I was saying is that my parents, both sets of my parents, are all boomers, and I don't want any of them to die. So don't give me that bullshit of, oh, look, it relieved us of all of these fucking boomers.
I was prevented from seeing my grandfather many times during his final days because of COVID restrictions. So if anyone talks about the positives of COVID, I want to punch him in the face. Because
I was in
fuck
a
you.
I was in a chemo chair for almost 16 months. And Son was there for every single one of them, except the last one, the most important one, because those stupid fucking regulations said, no guess, because you might get the coof, or you might get it from somebody else. It's so dangerous. It's such a killer. Oh, my God. You want to know how upset she was that she missed all that because some stupid fucking decision by some dipshit in an office? She was very upset about it. And I was very upset about it, too. So I got to take my little walk of congratulations. No, get the hell out of here. Don't come back without her being there. Yeah, and they just justified it and said, "Oh, we have to follow the rules." I don't care. I want there. She has been there the entire time. I still want her here, but they said no. She had to wait out fucking side in the car. No, it angers me. But I feel good when I'm angry.
But we have the gig economy.
Yeah.
I will never forget. I will never forgive. Ever.
No.
Never forget what these people did to you. This was the Democrats. This was a set of doctors, not all of them, but there was a set of doctors who were ideologically driven, and TikTok nurses, and a whole bunch of petty tyrants who worked in like office department stores, who suddenly felt that it was their job to act as like hen mother to every single human being on earth. Never forget, never forgive. Fuck you.
Whether it's DoorDash.
I was like, can we please move on? This is just going to make me more mad. I don't want to be angry.
Look, it's only going to be a 4-hour stream. We've only spent 45
No.
minutes on the first article.
I'm just talking about this particular place because I'm under a whole shitload of steroids, and they're just going to make me more and more angry.
Men's on steroids.
Yeah, those kind of steroids. Yeah, it's because I want to pop you up. No.
Yeah.
Whether it's DoorDash, Uber, or selling your artwork on Fiverr, there's never been
I was half expecting them to say, "Or selling your body on OnlyFans."
That would have been appropriate.
There's never been a better time to be your own boss and set your own hours. And of course, getting your hustle on will lessen the impacts of inflation. You could even try dipping your toes into the world of OnlyFans.
Oh my God. You better have made that up, fucker.
No, it's in there.
Is it really? Oh,
yeah.
Jesus.
I got my start in adult content creation by selling feet pics to subscribers.
So she's a whore. I knew it.
Is this the author that said I made $800 a month selling feet pics?
Oh yep. God, I think it is. Yes.
OnlyFans has over 1.5 million content creators, and most of them are women, like me, who are forging a path of financial independence for themselves. If you're more adventurous, you could even try experimenting with the world of sugar babies.
What?
Oh, wow.
So, her advice to beat inflation is be a whore. I mean...
be a whore, start garbage fires, sell your stuff.
Yeah.
Support the war in Ukraine.
This whole fucking article is like one gigantic here, let me shove a bunch of words up your ass. And then all of a sudden she's like, I've got an OnlyFans. Go look at it. You can look at my foot.
All right, so
Excuse me.
here are accolades, Monkey. Neurodivergent writer, intersectional advocate, and DEI director who's chronicling this weird world of ours and making straight white men uncomfortable.
Well, I am uncomfortable hearing that much stupid from an adult, but
would she be categorized as a C word?
A colonoscopy, I guess.
Yes.
Moonshock's not a violent person, but I am.
No, Moon. Kindling starts with a K.
Kiva says the man who invented OnlyFans should be ashamed. From what I understand, it wasn't originally designed to be a hangout for whores. It was just like Patreon, except they didn't ban porn, where like every other similar service did. So all the whores went to OnlyFans because it was the only one that actually allowed them to be there.
Build it and they will come.
Let them be their authentic whore self.
Yes.
All right. Well, with the end of the first article comes the first game, and that is Sad Libs Double Prompt Edition.
The best game.
Where I take 4 headlines from Medium, take out 2 words, and you guys fill in those words Mad Lib style. And the chat will vote on which one is best. So, Jack, I need an adjective.
Slippery.
Oh, there you go. That's a new one.
Slippery. Okay, Moon, I need a specific place.
Would whorehouse fit?
Nah, it's gotta be specific.
Okay, so like the White House?
All right. Okay, Terry, I need a type of person, plural.
Faggots.
Terry, I think I know somebody who does podcasts that I think you would love.
All right, Monkey, I need a living thing, plural.
Oh. Joe Biden.
No, plural.
That's not plural.
Hey, he
The
can
Bidens.
qualify the Bidens.
All right. I mean, they're mostly alive, I suppose. So, Moon, give me a past tense transitive verb.
Oh, slippery. So how about fucked?
Okay, Terry, give me a transitive verb.
Defiled. Or defile, I guess.
Ooh, nice. Monkey, give me a body part.
Vagina.
All right. And Jack, give me a living thing, plural.
Monkeys would be too on the nose. Living thing plural. I'm trying to think of something that's really demeaning, and I'm having difficulty.
That's okay. Take your time.
Well,
trannies?
we're waiting.
About trannies.
All right. Okay. So let's see. Jax is... Why are slippery women so often fucked by political candidates?
Yes!
Nice.
All right. And Moonshocks. Why did the White House defile its Jewish population in 1492?
Nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was true.
Terry. Why are faggots getting punched in the vagina on the streets of New York City?
Wow.
My pussy hurts.
And monkeys, here's why the Bidens are less likely to get oral sex than trannies. It's not the reason you think.
It's crack.
Alright, so give me a sec to start a poll for the chat so they can vote on which is best.
Yeah, 4 good ones.
As I was saying, I wouldn't be surprised it was true. I was like, oh fuck, the White House wasn't around in 1492.
Yeah,
Who
a small
cares?
plot hole.
Yeah.
Fact check
Oops.
the joke. Always fact check the joke.
This is what happens when you're friends with people like Terry and Frosted is you get fact checked.
Yeah.
You have to be careful. You get spell checked, you get fact checked.
This needs context.
Oh man, these are all
It's
pretty good.
pretty close race.
These are,
Yeah, they're
these
all
are
good.
all pretty good.
No, mine was
All
terrible.
very good.
I lost to it with the White House, but that's okay.
Terry's in the lead. And
We've got a
also,
lot of votes too.
we have like double the viewers that we have likes. So clearly, these are the kind of people who wouldn't even burn their garbage in their house.
I think I'm gonna go with Terry's on the basis that in my brain I read it as a New Yorker. Hey, why are these faggots getting punched in the vagina?
Hey, wait.
It's pretty close. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a tie between Jack and Monkey for. Oh no, it just changed. I was gonna say,
Yep.
the tie
I
between
see
you.
Terry at 39%.
Yeah, give it a couple more seconds.
Terry 39, Monkey 27, and Jack 24.
The only one that didn't get any traction was Moons.
Well, it's because you've out the date is out of date
Yeah.
versus the what location.
You should have taken that into
I may have
account.
I may have
Okay,
ran
yeah.
into a problem.
I totally saw that.
All right.
I may have poisoned it for you, Moon. Sorry.
all right,
Don't worry
well,
about it.
I'll end it there. So it looks like Terry won.
Woohoo!
Oh, you know what would have been better for Defile is like incinerate.
All right. And now for our second article. I don't have time for your edgy sense of humor.
Oh,
It's not for you.
It's just Laura. What, you gotta get up. Get up, please.
Why we all have a duty to challenge that guy's jokes.
Please, come do it.
I think we're all with that guy.
Go ahead, make my day, bitch.
Don't you mean that goy?
I got my start being that guy. So come at me, bitch.
Because of the asterisk, I can only assume trigger warning rope and abuse mentioned. Well, maybe ripe. Maybe she's going to talk about ripe fruit.
Ooh.
We all know him. The guy that pushes the boundaries, says what no one else has the gumption to say. He won't be bound by your political correctness gone mad. He's an asshole and he's honest about it. Offended?
Yep.
Not his problem. Get a grip, it was just a joke.
I like this guy already.
I think we'd be friends.
Yeah,
It's
sounds like
easy
we
to
keep a base.
It's easy to buy into this skewed perspective, especially for women, and especially for women with additional protected characteristics such as disability, or those who belong to a
Or
minority
penis.
community.
I said, or a penis.
We are
Hey,
so
can the author point out all the women who aren't bothered by guys like that so I can try dating them?
they don't exist. They all like what's her face? They all like Hannah Gadsby specials.
Yeah.
We are so used to being told that we're oversensitive, overreactive, overreaching, that we often begin
Maybe
to
stop being those things and we'll stop calling you them.
that we often begin to doubt ourselves and our own judgment, even when our gut instinct is twitching and retching with that unsettling feeling of recognizing that the interaction we just had was based entirely on punching down and dehumanizing us.
Oh darn.
Your gut's not retching, you're just wretched.
Yeah.
So why should we all take the responsibility of challenging edgelord humor? The obvious and most valid reason is that it is offensive. But as the king of edgelord comedy, Ricky Gervais writes, just because you're offended doesn't mean that you're right. I suppose we'll have to resort to logic.
Oh dear. Oh no. No. I don't want to hear a medium writer try to use logic, Frosted.
A woman is going to try and think. This will be interesting.
We're going to get destroyed by facts and logic.
Yeah.
It's never original. Edgelord humor prides itself on trotting out the same tired stereotypes time and time again. At its most crass, women are objectified and people of color are reduced to slurs and reductive, imitative accents.
Picture of her is in chat, but it's not a very big picture. I couldn't find a good one of her because Laura is very, very ubiquitous.
Generic, yeah.
Yeah.
The bursts of embarrassed laughter from family and friends that happen after each utterance are interesting to pay attention to. They tell us that the edgelord's audience have heard their fumbled, comical observations more than once too often. Despite the lack of a challenge to their clumsy vitriol, there is at least usually a hint of tolerance in the air, similar to the way in which adults patiently grit their teeth as their children navigate the toilet humor phase for months on end.
You know what bothers me? You know what makes me grit my teeth? Is hearing jokes from people like you. You are the most intolerable, hacky people on the planet. And every time you try to make a joke, it only amplifies that fact.
See, I tried to do original racist jokes. Comics who pride themselves on being controversial are notably lazy in their creation of new material. We know what homophobia and transphobia sounds like.
She's got you there, Frosted.
And it can be found emanating, stench-like, from the bitter, divorced, middle-aged man at the Christmas party who all the girls know not to be left alone with. There's nothing
Is there
novel.
a dude at her Christmas party raping folks?
Yeah, she went to college with Kavanaugh.
Oh yeah.
I assume that she thinks that all sex is rape of one form or another.
There's nothing novel in their harangues on minorities. Therefore, it is logical fallacy to claim that they are saying the unspoken. Can anyone therefore really claim that their comedy is serving a purpose as a bastion of free speech?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. I thought you were going to say no.
No. The whole article is built on you saying no. Can you try that again so we can
listen? If everybody agreed with the statement, why would it need free speech protections?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point. That's what free speech is that it allows you to say things that don't fit everybody's sensibilities universally.
Except nigger. You can't say nigger.
Yeah. They don't actually understand what censorship means.
Jesus Christ.
The most threadbare argument of the edgelord is a deep and unwavering belief that they are martyr-like, bearing the cross for the rest of society in order that freedom of speech and thought is protected at all costs.
Wait,
that doesn't describe you at all.
As somebody who this could apply to, I do it because it's funny, not just for the free speech side of it. There's a lot you can say for free speech, but if you're talking about an edgelord, the whole point is to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many other reasons for you guys to worship me other than my humor.
Is Ricky Gervais really out there? Because she clearly has a problem with him. Out there as the free speech warrior she's describing?
I mean, obviously. Yeah. They point to censorship and cancel culture, snowflakes and trigger warnings. Bemused at the state of society, the edgelord comic believes it is his cosmic duty to remind us all to have thicker skins.
That is good advice. Everyone should have a thicker skin.
Yeah, but their job is to make people laugh, which is what they're doing.
Yeah.
If they are feeling particularly cerebral, We may even encounter the accusatory Orwellian/Kafkaesque argument that societal agencies such as the police, government, and most terrifying of all, the feminists, are trying to silence beliefs that run contrary to the mainstream.
Well, they
That's
are.
true.
Is it valid to fear censorship? Absolutely. We have seen multiple instances across human history whereby fascist dictators have tyrannically subjugated the masses to a propaganda-laden state, where books are burned and humans are treated like vermin, punished
Dragging out this bud a long time.
punished simply for looking as though they have the capacity for a thought crime. Unfortunately for the edgelord, they bizarrely omit the fact that such regimes are created almost entirely around the othering of scapegoated minorities.
What?
It's people who go against the grain. They're the ones who establish the grain.
Yeah,
Naturally.
I can't think of a more scapegoated minority than Joe Biden.
No, gamers. Gamers are the most oppressed minority.
No, gaming journalists.
Oh, there you go. Even worse.
The very same minorities that all too frequently become the scrutinizing, unwavering laser focus of their anti-Semitic, xenophobic quips. I mean, not all of them are Jews. Why'd you do anti-Semitic humor against a non-Jewish person?
But also, for someone who claims to love minorities, men are a minority.
Yep.
There are fewer of us than there are of the women's.
We have collectively, as a society, and arguably as a global community, agreed that human beings should not be subjected to mistreatment due to a protected characteristic.
I did not agree to that.
Yeah, she said, like, obviously you forgot about signing the contract.
Yeah. Monkey memory strikes again.
You probably remembered it before you played golf.
Probably.
There you go.
This is a utilitarian humanist ideal, not a fascist New Order style conspiracy. Yet edgy comedy sees value in challenging the protections and sensitivities around others in the name of freedom of speech. We must ask ourselves, what motivates a person to take such an opposing and antithetical stance, and not be afraid to question the intentions behind a seemingly insatiable hunger to shock and outrage. It's never just a joke.
Yes, it is.
It's often just a joke.
No, never.
Well,
Edgelord
All
comedy.
you're telling me is you have no sense of humor.
this was well established by the title of the
True.
Senses of humor are problematic. And
Just wondering when she's going to recommend that we listen to Hannah Gadsby. Because you know it's coming. It's got to happen sooner or later.
Edgelord comedy reaches its peak when the focus of the joke is on the most heinous crimes a human can commit, and the most frequently mentioned are rape and child abuse. Many comics have defended this stance over the years, emphatically stating that nothing should be beyond a joke, that
Correct.
to treat something too reverentially risks it becoming devoid of any and all rational critique. Perhaps the poorest argument...
Well, that's true, though, isn't it? I mean, that's like... If you're not allowed to criticize something, then it doesn't get criticized.
No, that's a fallacy? Something like that. Perhaps the poorest argument I've heard is that joking about such crimes should be seen as beneficial to survivors as it opens up discourse. It is a fair bet, though I cannot assert with certainty, that many comics with this belief system lack both a sense of empathy for the experiences of others, and additionally may very well likely not have direct or first-hand experience of the crimes that they commodify into punchlines. Jokes, by their very nature, are reductionist. This is most often seen with observational humor, as a characteristic or experience of an individual becomes relatable to a wider audience through stereotyping. It is a verbal highway to a shared sense of collectivism and solidarity, and nothing feels better than laughing with an audience around you.
You can't really... Go ahead, Monkey.
I said try sex. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, try sex with everyone watching you, huh? Yeah.
There's nothing better than having sex with an audience around you.
Anytime somebody says nothing feels better, I'm always like, have you had sex?
I've heard good reviews of it.
It can, well, typically, yes.
Ask your doctor about sex.
If having sex is right for you.
4 out of 5 whores recommend sex.
Side effects include erectile dysfunction.
And yet, this is precisely why edgelord humor is so damaging for people that do not belong to the mainstream.
Okay, stop. I hear that term so much, and so many people apply a different definition. What would be the most popular definition of a edgelord?
Well, are we being honest, or are we talking about these kind of people?
No, if we're being honest versus what this idiot is spouting.
To me, an edgelord in that case is somebody who is being provocative for the sake of provocativeness.
Okay.
In a certain style, because there's different ways of being provocative, but specifically going to fuck women, fuck minorities, that kind of stuff.
I see. Okay.
Comedy based on traumatic experiences does not simply label the offender. It also serves to other the survivor, minimizing their experience and personhood. We absolutely...
So when George Carlin said, imagine Porky Pig raping Daffy Duck, he was minimizing rape victims?
Yeah.
Daffy Duck hasn't been the same since. Have you seen the Space Jam sequel?
You have a point. You have a point.
Oh.
We absolutely and categorically cannot ignore the impact of traumatic experiences on people in their daily lives, particularly the challenges of surviving with complex conditions such as PTSD and depression. Comedy that jokes around trauma eradicates the person who has suffered, and further isolates them from feeling like part of a shared society.
Man, how many times have we eradicated Moonshock then?
No shit.
Well, you're doing a good job of it if you're trying to give me a third time.
It taps into one of the most painful human experiences of all, that of ostracism, of being cast out and left outside. All too often,
do the rest of us a favor and go outside for a couple of years.
Touch grass.
All too often we see a compounding of this process. If the person speaks out at the hurt that they feel from being the butt of the joke, their feelings are minimized further, and they are shamed for being too sensitive and too emotional.
Well, don't be those things.
Yeah, stop being a little bitch.
Doesn't this sound an awful lot like old-fashioned bullying?
No, it doesn't.
No,
because bullying back in our day, Monkey, because we're so old, is when you have a dude that is always going after the weakling. You have your stereotypical big buff guy who's like, haha, weakling, and then they just keep going, they steal their lunches, or they just kind of pound on them a little bit. No, these days, this bullying comes to, oh, you said something that hurt my precious fifis.
Yep.
You could go up and kick somebody's ass physically, and they're like, oh, that's okay. Did they hurt their feelings? No. Well, then you're fine. And you go up there and you call him a whiny little pussy. And they're like, oh.
There's a big difference between bullying and insulting. From what I heard from Jack Cochran's interview with Irate Prostate, he was bullied.
Yes.
There's a big difference between what he went through and being called names, because you're slightly different.
Yeah, if you listen to Jack's stories about what he went through in school, that was bullying.
Yes.
And they weren't just going, oh, you're fat or ugly. No, that they were abusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fifth grade,
And seriously,
I made a mistake. Sorry, go ahead, Jack. I'll finish.
I was gonna say, seriously, if you ever get the chance, go to that Irate Prostate.
Yeah, that's a great interview.
There's definitely an eye now.
That, like, I did not know. I did not know that about Jack Cochran, and it was freaking unreal.
You guys know me. I can talk about most things. One of the hardest things I've had to do on the show is when Jack talks about what he went through, because it makes me want to hurt people.
Yeah. I mean, I was bullied in fifth grade because I made the mistake of pissing off the school bully very badly. But I was also insulted as a child. I mean, I was a fat kid. Even my brothers participated in the verbal abuse. Did it turn me into a whiny little baby? No. I wouldn't exactly say it strengthened me as a person, but I put up with it because back then, that's what happens. Everybody teases everybody. It's just it's a fact of life. You're not going to get away from anywhere where you're not going to have someone making fun of you, saying, well, these days maybe because you can fucking get thrown in jail for misgendering somebody.
Yeah,
but it's odd. Shut up, Keeve. She called me a whiny bitch.
No.
But no,
she said it with love. She called you a whiny bitch in a loving way.
Well, no matter where you go, you're going to get bullied. You're going to get name called. You're never going to get away from it, no matter how hard you try. So just get over it already. You put on your big boy shorts and let's go out there and let's do what we need to do. And if you're so offended that someone uses words that you will, I mean, you can get smacked right in the face by a 2x4. That's fine. You call somebody the wrong thing. Oh, my life is over.
But Moon, a philosopher once said, words are like weapons, they wound sometimes.
True. If I could turn back time, if I can find a way.
Yes.
See? I see what you did there. Good music video, by the way.
Keevan says he's gotten through cancer at least twice. I wouldn't call Moon a pussy. I'll do it for you. I will take on that burden and call Moon a pussy, so you don't have to.
Sarah, you're such an awesome person. I never told you that.
And for the record, even when she was young, Cher was always hideous.
Yes, he was.
Right.
But for whatever reason, that song is not bad.
No, it is. It is.
No, it's not.
No,
I have
like
it on
that song.
I actually have it on my liked videos on YouTube, and I almost never do liked videos on YouTube.
Moon, you're not
which
helping
song?
the song's case.
It's called Cher's Turn Back Time song. Dude, it was filmed on the fucking USS Missouri.
Yeah.
You believe in
Nothing gay ever happens in the Navy. Edgelord,
he's such a dick.
Edgelord comedy is not for the masses; it's for the individual. Across this article,
it's highly individualistic.
Across this
article, it values people with a sense of identity and not people who participate in a hive mind.
Across this article, we've examined the extent to which edgy comedy has any inherent value at all. We've discussed the most common arguments for its defense and considered how and why it is logical and valid to challenge jokes that you may hear in your day-to-day life.
Did we skip half the article? Because I didn't hear all this shit.
Nah, she made an airtight case.
Okay, all right.
However, my last argument is certainly more pathos-driven. In order to... Whenever I see pathos, I just think of Sargon saying it. Pathos.
Is it actually pronounced pathos?
You think so?
I don't know. He says it with his accent, so, in order to make
he's English, he's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't listened to him in a very long time. I mean, when I
listened to it, he's a bit different. He's gotten a little worse over time, I think.
Has he?
In my opinion.
Initially he had some good stuff. I mean, we're talking like years ago that I heard he got stuff, but he wasn't too bad. I actually subscribed to him, and then when he stopped making his content for a while, I was like, all right, fine, unsubscribe. And all of a sudden he came back. He's trying to be some MP somewhere, from what I heard.
Yeah, he did do that. He did run for Parliament.
Yeah.
No, but the best thing Sargon ever did was a stream where he made fun of Russian Deadpool for killing his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the stream where I first discovered V. So that is one of the best streams that ever happened.
Ooh.
However, my last argument is certainly more pathos-driven. In order to make it, I must first posit that, in stark contradiction to the belief system of the edgelord, empathy and kindness are in fact strengths, not weaknesses. It is my fundamental...
Depends on how much.
No, the thing is that I think that I agree with the point, but I don't think that the author has them.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you express those values. I mean,
no, I think that the author lacks them in general. This is the sort
no,
of
I know, but I'm
thing.
saying I don't think empathy and kindness are inherently good or bad. If you're too much, it can lead to you being taken advantage of. So you don't want to be like a pushover, but you don't want to be completely devoid of them either, because then you're an asshole.
Yeah, this is just the dicks, pussies, and assholes speech.
If you, the thing is that if you're kind, if you're really really kind, you have to be tactical about it. Otherwise, you will get taken advantage.
Yeah, if you're overly empathetic and all that, then you're gonna get taken down by like one mean comment.
Yeah.
Let's see. It is my fundamental belief that people who thrive on edgy comedy enjoy the sadistic thrill of upsetting others. Numerous studies have shown that people with the dark triad of personality types, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, believe that they are inherently superior to people who they perceive to be nurturing, empathetic, and caring.
No, to everybody, not just that. They actually perceive themselves to be better than the other people who are just like them. She turns it into they're going after the weaklings, but that's not how it is. They literally think they're better than everyone.
Yeah. Nah, they're just fascists or something.
Yeah. Nazis, probably.
In other words, they see treating others with sensitivity as an inherent weakness, not simply to be pitied, but actively punished for.
You don't want people to be treated with sensitivity. You want people to
you're
bow
really quiet,
down
Jack.
to other people. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know why. You don't. The author doesn't want people to be empathetic or nice. The author wants you to bow down to someone else.
Yes.
Someone else that the author perceives as better. And that's not the same thing. Not even close.
But that person has empathy, so it's okay.
Yeah.
The dynamic that is created when society wholly supports edgy comedy is one which penalizes sensitivity and open discourse about mental health. It sneers at traditional feminine traits such as softness and warmth, and scorns small acts of support and solidarity, such as using a person's correct pronouns or acknowledging trigger warnings.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It bullies the underdog and thrives on dehumanizing and removing power from others. In truly Machiavellian fashion, the awkwardly laughing audiences hang like puppets on strings, desperate not to be discarded with the other outcasts, tormented and toyed with by the edgelord. Next time someone tells you it was just a joke, ask them to explain it. Take the sharpness out of their presumption. I mean, I do believe that this person asks people to explain jokes a lot.
Yes.
Explain the joke to me. I am totally humorless.
But then I would. I'd say, well, okay, there's a stereotype that black people like fried chicken and watermelon. That's what I was referencing when I made that joke.
Let me explain
watermelon
the joke.
Are delicious.
It would be like talking to Data.
Let me explain the joke to you. You're retarded.
Yeah, but I would just explain the joke. I mean,
yeah.
I think they're hoping that you'd be too embarrassed to admit that you were basing the joke on stereotypes, but no.
Take the sharpness out of their presumption that everyone else agrees. Challenge them by making them explain it step by step, peeling back the layers until they are left with the truth. If it was a good joke, shouldn't everyone find it funny?
No.
Damn. I really thought that was going to be yes. Also, if you're in a group of people and you're the one telling someone step by step to explain a joke, you're the one everyone's going to hate.
This is true.
That she will.
All right. Well, at the end of the second article comes the second game, which is for the chat only, boobs.
I did not know that. Did you know that Cher's maiden name is Sarkeesian?
Is it? No, I think that sounds right.
Yeah. Her full name is
Sherilyn Sarkeesian or something like that.
Yes, it is Sherilyn Sarkeesian. No relation.
I don't trust it. This is where I show you a photo of a political figure or event, and the chat has to come up with a caption for it, and whichever one we like best, I'll tweet out after the show. So, this week we got good old President Biden talking at the Baltimore Bridge.
Does that guy even have any eyes?
The Francis Scott Key Bridge.
I mean, he's either looked like he's in the middle of a fucking sneeze or he inherited some Asian qualities in those eyes of his.
Well, this was partially my pause.
I'm going to need you to explain that joke.
Okay, so Asians have slanty eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. Okay.
You don't see that in that picture? I mean, right now you could probably get a little bit of tooth floss right there and barely make it in between those eyelids.
Let's see. Me Chinese, me like cat and dog.
Someone needs to get muted or timed out or whatever.
May Thomas the Train rest in peace.
Yeah, all those trains that are constantly going over that bridge. Hey, you guys. Corn Pop and I built this bridge with G. The nukes are the reason the nips have eyes like this.
Wow.
I'm not sure I'd be able to tweet that out. I mean, not saying I disagree. I'm just saying let's see.
Just tell Twitter that you mean nips as in alcohol. You'll be fine.
Let's see. Common clap. Come on, Joe. Stick to the script for once. Be a good boy. Clap on, clap off. The Biden. Incoherent, commie babbling. Never forget, London Bridge fell down to My Fair Lady.
Oh, God.
I ran out of crayons before I could finish my coloring book. I had Bo on my lap going over his bridge before he died.
Wow.
Baltimore, that's what she said?
I don't get it.
Explain the joke, Six.
Explain.
Me Chinese, me say joke. This bridge is broke. Me may have fourth stroke.
If I keep my eyes closed, the blacks aren't actually there. Go ahead and say that one, Frost. Everybody's laughing.
If I keep my eyes closed, the blacks aren't actually there. And I told them that I am you here, Sonny. My son agreed. I don't know if there was a typo or something, but let's see. My daughter went down like this bridge in the shower.
Wow.
Hey Joe, look, a clapping monkey. I'm not sure I could tweet that out either.
Yeah.
The Statue of Liberty was a fine structure. All right, I think I'll cut it off there because we got a bunch.
Oh, there were some good ones in there.
I love that me Chinese joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got to go for that one too.
See, I kind of like
Lots of great
Rotten's.
ones, but that one got me.
I kind of like Rotten's. The if I keep my eyes closed, the blacks aren't there.
I think the other one's already won, but I would go with Hoko Sports with I had Bo on my lap going over this bridge before he died.
Hey, Jackson.
I would
Hey,
say
Jack.
that's an honorable mention. Hey, Jack.
So Moon, did you say yours?
Yeah, I'm doing the me Chinese one. The devil fruits.
Okay. So Terry went with Hoko. Monkey went with the Chinese with Jack.
And
Yeah, the Chinese.
yeah.
All right. So let's see. Who was that? Devil Fruit. All right.
Yes.
So it looks like Devil Fruit Zero wins this week.
By far. Peas on, peas off. Well, it almost looks like that black guy to his left. He's just like, wake up! He's clapping his hand next to his ear.
Johnny Hellcat with the late entry. Thanks, oops, I crapped my pants.
He definitely has the look in his face of like, ah!
Pretend this pitcher of lemonade is a gallon of your feces.
Oh,
Back when SNL was kind of
Classic.
funny.
yeah.
And now on to our third article. Mommy, that's racist.
Deal with it. Jessica Kuragu.
You little monkey.
Damn.
During a playful moment, I said this to my youngest daughter. She stopped me with her words, Mommy, that's racist.
Uh-oh.
You're
Are these white people?
I think so.
This is it's a white mom, but the husband's black, so the daughter's interracial.
Yep, I'm getting you a link right now.
your daughter doesn't know what the word racist means.
They look like such a happy couple, and she's got one of those ass chests where her boobs are so fucking large, you look like a couple of butt cheeks.
Camel
Link in
says,
chat.
"Don't forget about it, kid."
She's
There's
right.
your happy couple is in chat.
She's right. I regretted my words as soon as they left my mouth.
She's right. I do hate my black daughter.
So you were being racist to your child.
Basically.
Yep.
Let's
That's
see.
what we're gonna hear about.
More so, I was. More so, I was.
Just like a chap said, I think that's called African.
More so, I was proud of her for calling me on it. I told her it's true. White people shouldn't call people of color, especially black people, monkeys. I
Yes, we have
apologized.
to treat black people different,
Yeah,
so we're not racist.
exactly.
Fine, primates. There you go.
I apologized and thanked her for setting me straight. Of course, as someone who loves her, I didn't mean to cause her harm. But this isn't about my intentions.
Didn't
Grisella says, "Yeah, don't call her a monkey, call her a bitch."
you didn't cause your daughter harm by calling her a monkey. You caused her harm
Oh.
by
I
everything
was
that
called a
led to
monkey
your
when I was a
daughter
little kid.
accusing you of being
Yeah.
racist.
Yeah,
That's just
you
a,
turned
just
your
a
daughter
generic
into a
term for
Karen.
kid.
Yeah.
That's of course, as someone who loves her, I didn't mean to cause her harm. But this isn't about my intentions. The real issue is the long history of people who look like me using words like monkey to disparage, demoralize, and dehumanize people of color, and how I inadvertently reenacted this with my daughter.
No, because they were doing it to be disparaging. You weren't, retard.
Mhm.
There was no difference. Like she got a whip out and everything. This history isn't irrelevant. It set the stage for how race works today. It's a tapestry woven with narratives, systems, beliefs, and behaviors that have stood the test of time and anchor us to our past. And my little one, she's disrupting this history. She's using her voice to call out the racism that some might dismiss as harmless slights. She's
Her
calling
mom's a racist. That's not my fault.
Yeah.
I think it would have been so funny if, in response to the daughter saying, "Mummy, that's racist," the mother had said, "Shut up, nigga."
See, that would be a better life lesson.
And then she turns to her dad and said, "Did you hear what he said?" And he goes, "Shut up, nigger."
And he's the black one.
Yes.
That's-
That's funny.
She's calling into question the structures that allow people with power to define humanity and diminish another person's experience.
She's
or
just
injury.
She's parroting what you told her to say.
Yeah, of course.
She's not challenging anything. She's not engaging in anything. She's parroting. You have entrained something in her mind, and she is regurgitating it without understanding what it means because she's like 3 fucking years old.
Jack, the children are our future. If this kid doesn't know what she's doing, I don't know who would.
Yeah, treat them well and let them lead the way.
She knows her worth, and she's not letting others deny it. She speaks for the small ones who came before her, every bit as precious, but who couldn't speak up for fear of their lives. She's reminding me of this reality and calling me to my better self. This young one, she's a revolutionary.
Okay, bitch, you have already made a point by dating or marrying or whatever a black man. Oh, look, you have a half and half child now. Oh, you're so stunning, so brave.
I think this is child abuse. I think she's abused.
Yes. Yeah, they're using this fucking little girl for clout.
Jack Cochran in chat says, her worth, you had it priced at the market? That's messed up.
That is.
Yeah, Tree Fitty. She speaks for the trees. I was going to say, what is he, a fucking Lorax?
Horton here's a cracker.
No, it's Horton here's the hood.
Let's see. In all honesty, I was nervous about telling this story. I expect backlash from people who think it's no big deal for a white person to call a child of color monkey.
No, it's not that it's no big deal. It's that the intention matters.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't, monkey. I mean, shit. Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh God, oh dear. Monkey, are you okay? Do you need help?
I'm going to need a support group.
It's like, do you need an emotional animal? Do you need a comic book?
All right.
We're not talking about a coloring book, excuse me.
All right. As my apology, monkey, here is a coupon for 1 free trip to the virtual golf place.
Appreciate it.
And after that, here is $100 off on your next stepmaster.
I sense that if I share this story with another white person, they'll tell me that I'm making an issue of nothing. Lots of grown-ups call the kids in their lives monkey, they'd say. Then there's the question, aren't you worried that you're going to make her racist? I hear
isn't that the whole point? Or like, isn't that where Monkey got the whole monkey whole thing? Is like because he was called a monkey by his parents? Or
Yeah, my mom used to call me monkey.
Yeah. It's like, who gives a fuck what in context? It means nothing. It really doesn't.
But he's white, so it's okay.
Yeah, there are white monkeys too, you know.
My mom clearly hated white
kids.
kids.
I was born in the year of the monkey, so there you go. I'm part black.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, Monkey's mom was saying, "Wow, you're like a black kid."
Monkey's so black.
Now, let's be honest though. The mother is teaching her daughter that she is a monkey in the racist way. That's what she's teaching her daughter.
Yes, Jack. If you call a monkey a dino, lizard people get offended or all hurt.
I will leave it to interpretation which people are the lizard people. Right, I hear variations of this often. The reality is, she was born into a world where racism exists. Some argue that race isn't real and doesn't matter. They tell me I should let it be. Speaking words of wisdom. No, I agree that race is a construct, but it undeniably has significant consequences in our lives. My husband and I are trying to educate our daughter about the world and its racism. We strive to equip her with tools to navigate racial inequity, which is a part of life in the U.S. Like many parents, we seek to understand the potential dangers and obstacles our children may encounter and prepare them accordingly. We're teaching her that recognizing racial inequity and actively addressing it is vital to overcome the barriers she'll face, because there are barriers. This world will dismiss her experiences of racism as unreal. I know this because I, as a white person, have experienced it when I speak up about the racism I witness. Many times other people have denied the experience.
The racism she's talking about witnessing, though, is her being racist to her own kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to protect my daughter from racists like me.
I can prove racism is real. Come here, Taniqua.
People who annoy you.
Yes.
Yeah, like last night, Johnny and Camel were doing Minions, and they were doing the categories, and the letter was N, and one of them was something you shout. So
I'm guessing they didn't get points on those ones.
So in chat, I'm just like, okay, which one of you has the balls?
Yeah. Well, on Minions, you probably shouldn't do it because that would get the channel in trouble. But
Yeah.
If it was on Johnny's channel, then yeah, they probably both would.
Also, Grisilla does have a point that the dad might not actually be black.
Well, did you vote for Joe Biden?
There you go. That's the test.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, if you do want to shout nigger on anyone's channel, you can do it here or on Quippers United on Sunday nights.
Yeah.
Have fun with your channel now, Frosted.
I mean, we've said it many a time on this channel and on Quippers.
Oh, I know. I'm just
That's,
messing.
he's still got a channel, so it can't be that bad.
No?
Yeah, we just try not to say
Yeah.
monkey.
yeah, you can't say that.
Many times, other people have denied the experiences of my mixed race family. They say that the racism we've encountered never happened, that we made it up.
I mean,
Others-
probably.
No, they don't make it up because they're the ones who do it to their kid. Others will attempt to downplay the racism she sees and knows. As a white person growing up in a mostly white environment, this was the approach to racism I was taught. Yes, it happens.
You know, I once heard a joke a long time ago, and of all people, it came from the Amazing Atheist. This was like
Oh,
a
God.
long time ago. But no, the joke was, how many cops does it take to change a light bulb? None. They beat up the room because it's black.
Yeah.
So, I know, one of the dumbest jokes ever, but I laughed my
Yeah.
ass off when I first heard that.
Yes, it happens, but people of color need to move past it. They'll encourage her to overlook these injustices and instead focus on carving out her own path. They'll point to successful
Maybe they'll suggest that she not be an oversensitive clit about it. To borrow a phrase I've heard monkey.
I mean, what, do you want her to be self-sufficient or something? Come on. They'll point to...
That's terrible. How many black people does it take to start a riot? Minus one.
Yeah. Man, we've got a lot of jokes to explain. They'll point to successful people of color, telling her that if they could overcome, she can too. But I refuse to be one of those voices. She can't
Yeah, you
overcome.
She can't overcome. She's gonna fail.
Yeah.
She's gonna fail and be unhappy. And you know what? Let's not pretend that's not actually what the mother wants to happen.
Yeah, which is better? You can overcome this if you try, or you're gonna make it. We just have to change all of society first.
Yeah.
No, it's you're going to fail, and then you can blame it all on someone else.
Well, yeah.
I think
that's what
this
they always
mother
do
wants their
anyway.
child to fail because it will confirm her worldview if her child does fail.
Oh, absolutely.
No,
that is
it makes
absolutely
her-
the case.
It makes her special because she gets to stand up and be the 60s revolutionary she wants to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
Someone-
almost ashamed to be white.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna be racist to my daughter, even if it has to be me.
What? Oh,
No, that was me.
I was gonna
This
say,
is-
did she actually put that in there?
Basically,
What you
yes,
wanted.
she did.
They-
She'd
she'd never have that level of self-awareness.
Without actually saying it, she's saying it.
This is where my own journey of understanding race comes in. Before I really took a deep dive into understanding whiteness and my relationship to it, I likely would have thought, "Oh no, she's calling me a racist." I would have interpreted her comment on my behavior as an attack on my character, a condemnation of who I am as a person.
Kinda
Nope.
is.
Knowing that
Obviously- Hoko says, obviously, her daughter just needs to go hang out on the porch.
knowing that I definitely don't want to be
Brazil says, Moonshock, they say laughter is the best medicine. I truly believe that. I don't. I think you should stick with regular medicine. I don't think you should go to a comedy show and hope that fixes the cancer.
man.
Dick.
I'd go, knowing that I definitely don't want to be seen as a racist, I'd go out of my way to show just how not racist I really am. But this would subtly shift the focus so that it's about me, rather than about her and the impact of my words on her. If I kept this up, it would slowly chip away at our connection and wreak havoc on our relationship.
No, that would actually be a good thing. You know, because you're taking the attention off her, putting it on you is to say that. But no, we can't do that. That would be a little too easy.
Mommy, you were being racist to me. Yep, I sure was.
Now shut your damn mouth and eat your chitlins, bitch.
Growing up as a white person in the US, where we tend to ignore racism, I was fed tales of color blindness.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, God, here we
Racism
go.
is discussed ad nauseum more in America than any other place on earth.
Yes, it is.
I was like 30 by the time I heard of racism.
He heard a racism. It's like it's a tangible thing.
There's about 1,000 times more discussion about racism than there is actual racism. Or racism against black people.
Jack, stop being so racist.
Yeah, come on, man.
Understanding, addressing, and calling out racism wasn't something I knew how to do, but I'm on a journey to learn.
Oh, you want to learn how to be a racist fucker? Okay, keep going.
I'm
She didn't
figuring
know
out
how to call out racism.
Yeah, because it is such a task and a chore, you know.
I'm figuring out how to craft new narratives and scripts that are more in tune with the person I'm becoming.
What are you transforming like a fucking caterpillar to a butterfly? Oh wait, no, maybe she's trying to transform into that black person she's always wanted to be.
Yeah, this is by Rachel Dolezal.
I was gonna say, is this a pseudonym?
By being a part of the lives of my black partner and brown children, I'm gaining a better understanding of what it's like to experience the world as a person of color.
Okay, does it hurt so much to say husband or spouse? Partner, yay!
She's living with a woman, right?
Nah, it's a guy.
It's a dude. It's a black man.
Yeah. I'm learning from my mistakes and working to make amends when I mess up. And I'm here telling a story I was afraid to tell.
So
My
afraid
daughter
to
is-
wrote a Medium article about it.
My daughter is really white.
The way I see it, my little girl assumed positive intent. She trusts that I do my best to avoid causing harm or repeating behaviors that have been used to harm in the past.
Didn't she call her mom a racist?
She did.
Yeah, but a nice racist.
Yeah.
She spoke to my misstep, knowing that actions and words that perpetuate racism are not in line with my values. At her young age, being able to do this, it's a win in my book.
So stunning and brave.
Oh, she's so inspiring.
White savior to the rescue.
What a, oh yeah, Kiragu is not a white last name, so she's married to that dude. You know she is. Afro sapiophile. The fuck?
What is the Afro? That sounds racist.
No shit.
Wait, is that just the technical term for jungle fever?
Maybe.
I gotta
I
look
think
that
it
up.
means black brains you're attracted to.
Alright, so with the end of the third article comes the third game,
Is it?
and that is Porno Gender Edition, where I'll give you 3 genders, 2 of which are from the LGBTIA wiki, meaning they're 100% real, and 1 I made up, and you have to figure out which one is made up.
I suck at this game.
It's a difficult game.
Don't worry, they all do.
Yeah.
And I'll even give you a short description of each one.
Oh, that Afro sapiophile is not an actual term. It's some kind of a stupid critical thinking and analysis pertaining to civil rights, human rights, systemic racism, because it totally exists, and sexism across politics, entertainment, and history. It's got a whopping 3,000 followers.
That's gender A. Bovi plushic.
Oh God.
Xenogender related to cow and sheep plushies.
Oh dear God.
Gender B.
I haven't had a headache since about noon, Frosted, so thanks.
Gender B. Nether greenum.
Oh, fuck.
Gender identity and which one feels most comfortable with green pubic hair. And gender C, hypertwink. Non-binary identity associated with the twink subculture.
What the hell is a twink?
Do you have a mirror on you, Moon?
Oh, fuck off!
So
finally a term for Moon. Shut up, Dax.
No, Mr. Dax. We already have a term for Moon from a previous game. It is royal faggot.
Which is a real gender, YouTube. So we're not being homophobic.
I believe the most basic definition of a twink is like an effeminate gay man.
Oh, femboy, term for lady boy.
I don't necessarily think it's a femboy though. I think that there's a distinction.
So I'm starting to poll for the chat so they can vote on it, and don't forget one of the options is that they're all real. So Jack, what are you going with?
Oh man, go ahead, Jack. Sorry.
I'm gonna go with A on the assumption that it's a dig at me because I like stuffed animals.
All right, Moon.
Only because it sounds so fucking weird. I just went with Nether Greenham.
All right, Terry.
So I think A is real because Frosted would be smart enough to know that sheep are not bovines. So I'm going to go with B as well.
All right, Monkey.
He's abstaining, I think.
I didn't hear about the sheep part. Yeah, I'm probably wrong then.
Monkey.
Hello.
Oh,
there he is.
Can you
We
guys
can
hear
hear
me?
you now. Now we
okay,
can.
we can hear you now.
I was going with all real.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Chat is leaning B with A in second.
Comrades, vote for B.
It's weird because all real usually gets a lot of votes, but this week it isn't.
B is for blonde people who go swimming in chlorine pools.
There you go.
Or people that spread chia seeds all over their crotch, and there you go. There's your Nether Greenham.
Yeah, give a few more seconds. Here. And I'll end it there. So it looks like chat went with B, followed by A.
Wow.
All right. And
The first time I've never actually seen all real not be the first one.
Yeah.
Now they've voted for other ones before.
Okay.
No, but I think all real being last in the poll is unusual.
That's rare. Never mind. Go on.
All right. And the answer is B is fake.
Woohoo!
I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you.
Nether Greenham.
That's right. So somebody obviously doesn't know the difference between Ovi and Bovi. So
Yeah. Cows are bovines, sheep are ovines.
yeah.
Frosted, I have to ask: did you make up a flag for Nether Greenham?
Oh
no.
yes, I would love to. Oh, come on.
But hold on. All right. So let's see. Here's the flag for Bovi Plushik.
Oh, how cute.
And Hypertwink did not have a flag, so I had to make one.
Is it just a picture of Moonshock's avatar?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I like it.
Can you see the stream, Monk?
I cannot. I'll have to watch it later.
Oh, it's
the pride flag with a picture of Don Lemon.
Nice.
All right.
It had that stupid little smile that he's doing there too. He's like, I'm the face of this thing.
All right. But that's not all.
Too good for TV or something?
Too retarded for television.
Because we also have Power No Gender Edition, Too Retarded for TV.
Bye, Jonathan Frakes.
Where I'll give you a gender that is too retarded for you guys to think I made it up, but It's also retarded enough that I need to share it.
Well, there you go, Terry. Terry just left.
Yeah.
Terry escaped.
All right. So I don't know the proper way to pronounce this, so I'm going to pronounce it the way I like to. So this week's gender is That's a boy.
That's a boy.
DASO boy.
That's a boy.
All right.
And what's the definition of it?
That's a boy. Biogender, which feels 3/4 masculine and 1/4 related to pine forests.
These people are getting more and more creative by the day.
So apparently one of the person's grandparents was a tree.
I guess so.
I'm a fuck me a tree.
Well, people can marry trees these days, so yeah.
And there's the flag, which is very boring.
Jack says that was an M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Yeah.
Hey, if Mark Wahlberg turned out to be a quarter tree, you know, that would be a great twist.
Yeah, that's a stupid flag.
I mean, come on. If you're like a quarter pine forest, you gotta come up with a better flag than that.
They're called ecosexuals.
Yeah. People that fuck trees are ecosexuals.
Oh God, that's what.
No, that would mean that the grandparents were ecosexuals.
Yeah, or the great grandparents.
People actually do that? That
Ecosexuals.
Have you seen some of the tree sluts out there?
Yeah.
that.
I like how that's like this. Though there's like an article that pops up once in a blue moon about ecosexuals, and then like all the typical talking heads on YouTube come out of the woodworks to say, "Did you know about this ecosexual thing?" Yeah, I knew about it like 4 years ago when you last talked about it.
You know,
All person says dendrophile is the preferred term for fucking trees.
I'm just gonna say that ignorance is bliss. I am so fucking glad I don't know about this shit. This is disgusting.
I don't know one person who didn't fap to Fern Gully a few times.
What the hell is? Never mind.
All right. And now for our final article.
I wonder who the author's going to be.
I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna bring that frickin' whore back?
Oh no!
All right. So finally, someone is willing to call out the people who have had it too good for too long. It's time we stopped glorifying veterans and giving them special treatment.
Nice.
No, no, fuck you.
Oh my god! What is wrong with you?
Steinberg, she, her.
You mean skank? Yeah, that works. Don't you ever?
Look, okay. Before the author begins, I do want to say one thing. There is a particular type of person who uses being a veteran as an excuse for establishing shitty, awful opinions, usually about the Second Amendment, and they hold the fact that they're a veteran in front of you in order to justify an argument to take away your rights. And I have very little respect for people like that, but a blanket statement like less respect for the veterans is stupid.
Maybe she thinks it's veterinarians and she just can't spell it right.
Yeah.
No, my father is a Vietnam veteran, and
What kind of animals did he fix?
And he never likes to talk about it because apparently it was not exactly the best experience. And
No. I saw South Park. They had like water slides and everything.
For people that like to give these people shit, that just annoys the hell out of me. So I'm going to stay quiet during this one. Otherwise, I'm just going to rage. And I don't think you want to hear that.
I think we do.
No, I don't have the energy for it. So just keep going.
All right. Today, I want to dive headfirst into a topic that's been on my mind lately. Why do veterans get special treatment?
Why don't we just throw you into a vat of acid and call it good?
Because they literally put their lives on their line to save you, you prick.
Yeah.
Now, before you start sharpening your pitchforks, hear me out. I'm not here to disrespect or demean the sacrifices our veterans have made.
Yes, you are.
Kind of sounds like you are.
But I can't help but wonder, did they not already benefit from the spoils of imperialism?
What?
Stolen resources from impoverished people across the globe aren't exactly something to be proud of.
I can't. I just can't.
Yeah, you know how, like, when we go to another country and fight a war, we like, rape and pillage everything, and we just take everything we see?
Yep.
Rage building.
Think about it.
I won't.
Think about it. When our brave soldiers were sent off to fight in wars abroad, who were they really fighting?
You said the B word, Johnny. Are you okay?
Do you need help?
I mean, we didn't call him a monkey. Who were they really fighting for? Whose land were they occupying? Whose lives were they disrupting? The answer, my friends, is not a pretty one. They were helping They were helping colonize the world, whether on behalf of corporate interests or foreign allies. And yet when they return home, we're expected to roll out the red carpet for them. Free healthcare, discounted housing, free college education, priority job placement, the list goes on. But who promised them these benefits? Certainly not me. Yet I'm supposed to pay the bill, quite against my will.
Is he going to be against taxes then?
Only for the military.
People like this author are the reason that veterans came home from Vietnam and were immediately spit on.
But she doesn't want her tax money being spent in a way that she doesn't like. Surely the answer is no taxes. Just get rid of taxes and you don't have to worry about it.
Now, they wanted to go to Vietnam so they could bring back spoils of war.
Yes, and they totally did it, within their own realm of consciousness. And yeah, I totally did it. I really want to go over there. That was so awesome. But there totally wasn't a draft.
I suppose
just close the window if there's a draft.
Yeah. I suppose the thinking roughly is, if something's good once, maybe it's better twice. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for supporting our troops. But when it comes
bull fucking shit.
But when it comes to doling out special treatment, I can't help but feel a twinge of resentment. After all, why should they be entitled to benefits that the rest of us have to work our asses off for?
Bitch, you probably have better fucking benefits than they ever will.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how much you want to bet that this bitch is on entitlements?
Yeah, why don't you go to some random city?
The ones that she gets.
Go to a random street in a random city, and you see a homeless veteran right there, having to beg for money. I would say that you're a lot better off than that person is, wouldn't you?
Well, clearly he just, wasted all the gold that he plundered from, going off to war.
Yeah, and pawned off all those awesome guns they just happened to steal from all those museums they raided, right?
Special treatment is nothing more than a handout. A gift of resources that otherwise would have had to have been earned through work.
They do work, you fucking retard.
Since when? They just go over there and sit around. Through labor by the workers, whose production is profited off of by capitalists. And those unearned resources could have been better spent elsewhere, like on reparations for slavery.
Fuck housing. You, I'm done.
Oh, man down.
Can we all leave? That would be most ideal, I think, if we could just take this article, burn it in a fire, and then never speak of it again.
And then read it again next week because we didn't get to finish it.
Monkey, do you see what happens when you don't show up for too long? This is your fault.
It's like going a long time without getting any. You get backed up. Yeah.
What Frost is trying to say is he's ejaculating while reading this.
No, I'm just saying that the that the explosion of cancer is going extra far. That's and those unearned resources could have been better spent elsewhere, like on reparations for slavery, housing the homeless, etc. And yet here we are, footing the bill for promises we never made. Keep your own promises and leave me out of it. They get a pat on the back.
That sounds like a great idea. Instead of having the citizenry sign up for a whole bunch of bullshit, maybe they can decide what they want to sign up for. Hey, I got an idea. How about we do that with taxes? So instead of us paying for a whole bunch of stupid shit, the citizenry can actually decide what they want to pay for.
That sounds like my idea.
No, it's going towards smart stuff like reparations.
Yeah, instead of giving it to people who didn't earn it. Fucking retard.
They get a pat on the back from a society that glorifies violence while ignoring the underlying trauma inflicted on the innocent people who suffer and die as a direct result of the violence our military uses.
What about the suffering of the military? What about all the shell shock and having to go through special programs in order to reintegrate into society? What about all that shit? I suppose that means nothing. How about seeing the horrors of war and then coming back home and getting spit on? How about that? That thing, you think that maybe that might bother someone?
The spoils of imperialism make up for a lot. They benefit from the imperialism they worship as foot soldiers for colonizers, while teachers are struggling to pay their bills and getting fired for using OnlyFans to supplement their income. But here's the thing.
If a teacher's using OnlyFans, they should be fired.
I mean,
well, let's be honest, those teachers who did it, they got fired because they were banging in the school.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you think is working?
That does seem a little inappropriate.
Who do you think is working harder, a soldier or a teacher who shows her tits on OnlyFans?
Guess that depends on the teacher, really.
How much are they working at Frosted? How much are they working at?
$10 a month.
$5. Sorry.
But here's the thing. I refuse to be complicit in this charade any longer. I refuse to stand idly by while our government prioritizes bombs over books, bullets over bread. I refuse to accept a world where some lives are worth more than others simply because they wore a uniform.
What's your opinion on the Ukraine?
Freedom fighters who just happen to be partially Nazis. So, my fellow anti-capitalists, I urge you to question the status quo.
Wait, he's a commie?
I don't think so, no. I've seen no evidence of it. I urge you to question the status quo. Let's hold our military accountable for its actions and demand equality for all, regardless of their service. Because until we do, we'll continue to perpetuate a system that rewards privilege over merit. And that's something none of us should stand for.
Wow.
Yes, the privilege of going off to war. We've elevated the status of being a veteran far above what it should stand for. There's a troubling amount of white nationalists in our military who join more for the ability to colonize BIPIC and other countries than for some noble sense of patriotic duty.
Are we out colonizing again? I must have missed a huge headline.
Yeah, like
when you remember our other states, the ones after the 50th, like all of them.
Yeah, like when we went to Iraq, everybody in the army was like, "Woohoo, we get to beat some blacks." The sheer volume of sexual assaults against female and LGBTQ troops in the military, as well as sexual harassment, discrimination, nepotism, retaliation against accusers, physical assault, etc., is just mind-blowing. A woman, cis or not, is just as likely to get raped or murdered by her fellow soldiers as she is to get killed by the enemy. Probably more.
That seems unlikely.
Well, No, it is likely, but that's just because we don't put women in combat roles. So, like, none of them are dying from enemies.
Oh, fair point. That makes sense.
Yeah.
According to a recent report by the Pentagon, overall, 8.4% of female service members and 1.5% of male service members experienced unwanted sexual contact, according to the report. The numbers across the military branches point to the problem getting worse. Sexual assault rates are up. The percentage of people reporting sexual assault is down, and trust in the military when it comes to protecting victims is at an all-time low.
I'm sorry. Did she say assault is up, but reports of assault are down?
Yeah. The lower
then
reports
how does she
are,
know that?
the more you know is being unreported.
It has yet to be explained to me how they come up with these numbers of unreported instances of things.
Well, in that
those
one,
are unreported rape. Well, how do you know?
In the one slut walk thing that Lauren Southern did way back when, she asked the lady about that, and the lady said, because they call our organization.
So they reported.
Yeah, so that would be reported. But what they're talking about is the official numbers, and yeah, that is a made up nonsensical thing. Nobody's reporting it. It's a rape culture. Then that means the rape victim is the one perpetuating the culture, dumbass.
Yeah.
The Marine Corps had the highest percentage of women experiencing unwanted sexual contact, with 13.4%. The Navy's rate was the second highest. Then there's the other problem we don't discuss much: the disproportionate number of active duty service members and veterans that commit domestic violence against their partners.
Yeah, we got to get that number up.
Those are rookie numbers.
It would seem the military attracts a lot of men who are very, very comfortable with committing violence against women, and we're giving them a gun and sending them off to be peacekeepers in other countries, so they can commit violence against women there as well. To all the veterans out there, I say this: thank you for your service, but no thank you.
Fuck you.
But no thank you for your special treatment. It's time to level the playing field and demand justice for all, not just those who fought on the battlefield for imperialist interests. And if that makes me unpatriotic, then so be it.
This is definitely a case of everything before the word but being a lie.
Yeah, this person is just an absolute scumbag. It's incredible.
Well, finally someone was willing to say it.
Yeah.
Alright. But notice that for the last game I said the third game, not the final game.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Tell me it's just a giant fucking target with her face on it.
Yeah.
Don't think that I forgot that this past week was April Fool's.
Oh, right.
And last week, you guys probably thought I was joking. You didn't believe me.
Is this an April Fool's? Is this game an April Fool's?
Land Clown Hunter.
That's right. I've assembled a list of Australian cities and sample clown names that I found through Google. And you have to tell me which is which.
This is the new best game ever.
Well,
You're biased.
I think we'll only be able to play it once, though. So, I don't know. Terry kind of has an advantage, so I don't know. Well, we'll just see. So, I'm going to read you a name, and I don't know. Whoever shouts out the correct answer first gets the point. All right. So let's see.
I'm here, Chief.
The first one, Fiddlesticks.
That doesn't sound familiar.
Clown?
Now
that is a clown.
Oh, okay. So it's just clown or no clown.
Yeah, clown or Australian city.
Clown or Terry?
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Clown or town. Yeah, there you go.
And now, Bong Bong.
Town.
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 That is an Australian town.
Oh yeah.
And now,
Wait, holy shit! Sorry, 59 people watching now.
Yeah, monkey is a
Yeah, they
big.
definitely- They tuned in just in
Everybody
time to see
loves
the word bong
clowns.
bong.
everybody loves
what was-
clowns.
Yeah.
All right. So the next one, Wooloo Mooloo.
Oh, that's
Town.
real. That's a
Town.
town.
That's an Australian town.
Sounds like an abo town.
All right.
Yeah, I
Bee
mean, most of these names are going to be Aborigine.
Bee Poodles.
Clown.
That's going to be a
Town.
clown.
That is a clown.
Ah,
Ball's Head.
Clown.
town.
I would hope that's a town.
Balls.
That is a town.
Ah.
Wobble Pop.
Town.
I think that's a clown.
I'm gonna go with clown on that
That is a clown.
one. Yeah.
Ah,
All right. Timbazag.
Town.
That's got to be a
Town.
town.
That is a clown.
That or
Really?
some-
There's a clown called Timbazag.
Really?
Okay then.
No, it's a clown, not a town.
Yes.
Okay. Humpy Bong.
Town.
oh, town.
I hope it's a
Gotta be.
clown.
That is a town.
Yeah.
Chuckleberry.
Clown.
I could be your chuckle.
I'm gonna say it's a town.
I
That
see
is a
clown.
that is a clown.
Yeah. Chuckleberry.
Goondy Windy.
Oh, that's
Town.
got to be a town.
That's a
Town.
town.
I'm gonna say it's a clown.
No, that's a town.
Ha!
Ah, you bastard.
You suck.
Bumbunga.
Town.
That's got to be a town.
Clown.
That is a town.
Damn it!
Prickly Bottom.
Town.
That's a
I
town.
hope.
Clown. Come on. It's got to be.
That is a town.
Ah.
Yes!
All right. Dizzy Doodle.
Clown.
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 That is a clown.
there's the slight emphasis of disappointment when that is in fact a clown.
All right. Yobo.
Clown.
That
Town.
is a clown. All right. Boing Boing.
That's
Town.
got to be a town.
Boing, boing.
That is a town. Baggy Britches.
Clown.
Town.
Town.
That is a clown.
Yeah.
Goober.
Clown.
Town.
Clown.
Actually, I would not be a bit surprised if it was a town.
I can't tell.
That is a clown.
Oh,
yeah.
This is surprisingly difficult.
Was I not right last week? All right. Happy Go Lucky.
That's got to be a clown.
Clown, yeah.
Town.
That is a town.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Okay.
Well, technically not all of these are towns, but
No. But
they're locations.
They're communities.
Whoop Whoop.
oh, that's a town. That's a real
Town.
town.
Whoop, whoop.
That is a town. It is also the sound of the police.
I was going to say, that's also the sound of a police.
Whoop whoop is also what we call just like any remote place. So like if you're out in the middle of whoop whoop, that means like the middle of nowhere.
See,
So like
we
how
call
we say
that
it's a
East Bumfuck.
Basically the same thing.
Or just the boonies or whatever.
Bumfuck, the sticks.
Mhm.
Yep.
All right. Cricket Clover.
Sounds like a town.
Yeah, I think town.
Clown?
That is a clown.
Oh.
Ding a Ding.
That's gotta be a town.
That's got to be town.
Ding a ding.
That is a town. Blowhard.
My ding-a-ding! My ding-a-ding!
What'd you say,
I want
Frosty?
you to play with my ding-a-ding.
Blowhard.
Ooh.
With a vengeance.
Clown.
Yeah.
Town.
I'm going to say clown.
That is a town.
Oh.
Yes!
Nap Nap.
Town.
Yeah.
That is a town.
Nap. Wonder what their emphasis is.
Rado.
It's right next to whack whack, so you get whack whack, and then you take a nap.
There you go.
Rado.
I'm gonna say clown.
Clown.
That is a clown.
Oh yeah.
All right. Fanny Bay.
Clown.
I'm assuming that's a town.
Town.
That is a town.
Oh.
All right. John Wayne Gacy.
Clown.
That is a clown.
Both.
All right.
Nap after off the gas.
And thank you for playing A Land Clown Under.
Oh. That one was not bad.
Best
Not bad
game
at all.
ever.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's not an endless list of Australian place names.
They have some good ones, though, I will admit.
Sydney.
That is a clown.
All right. Well, Moon, did you want to address?
Yeah, I do want to make a quick address or announcement. There have been some complications with my cancer treatment, and my body took to the immunotherapy a little too well, and it started attacking my pituitary and my liver and also my skin. So any treatment that I'm going to be getting going forward for at least this month has been suspended pending appointments with my endocrinologist and my oncologist, his PA, and others across the country are going to be conferring to see what would be the best course of treatment for me. That also means that there is no other alternative should they decide to terminate the immunotherapy altogether. So if that's what happens, then it is either on to clinical trials if I am, if I'm eligible for them, or just, what the alternative would be. So I don't want to get too far into it because it's going to upset quite a few people, including another person in this house. So I don't want to get too in depth, but that's basically the gist of it. So for the time being, the treatment has been suspended and could
I'm going to
possibly
say that's a town.
Yes. And it could also be terminated in the end. So we'll see what happens, and I'll keep everybody up to date. And I will also be updating my. I want to say thank you for everybody who has contributed.
You cut out there for a sec.
Okay. Well, I also am going to put an update on my fundraiser, and I also wanted to thank everybody who has contributed. You guys are awesome. So.
Yeah, and there's a link to his GoFundMe pinned in the chat, and it should be in the description too. So.
Yeah. So there you go.
If you want him to keep getting tortured here, then you have to contribute.
Yeah.
No, it's no fun if he's dead.
Yeah. And if anybody knows anybody at the Make-A-Wish Foundation, I would still love to meet Garrett Hedlund.
Let's see. So I'll take a moment to shill my co-host and guest. Boobs has Quippers United on his channel Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. And he also sometimes plays games with Terry that aren't as good as Super Seducer or Dino Rex.
That is correct.
All right. Let's see. Terry is on Six's Sober streams. He's on Mr. Adams and Hammer's Minions Nights. He's on Johnny Hellcat streams. He's on Tears Midnight streams. He's on the cover of Field and Stream magazine. Just anything online, you will see him. He's the guy who looks like V and Sargon's love child. Did I get everything?
I wasn't checking off a list or anything, but I think you got everything.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Moon. I already shilled his GoFundMe, but he also has his Twitch channel where he plays games that aren't as good as Super Seducer. Linked in the description. Let's see. And Monkey, anything you want to shill?
No, just make sure everybody tunes back in next week.
I also wanted to say one last thing. I wanted to give a very personal and heartfelt thank you to Ranting Monkey, because without being a member of his community, I never would have known anybody. I wouldn't have gotten the great donations. I wouldn't have gotten the job that I have, because everything that I have with this community has all become real life benefits. So again, thank you so much, Monkey. I know that it's more coincidental than anything else, but I still want to say thank you to you because yes, it is your fault.
It's weird hearing something, and I appreciate you said that, but I'm just a guy who makes dick jokes online and yells a lot, and I'm just glad it helps somebody.
Yeah.
Your dick jokes help
This
fight
is the-
cancer, Monkey.
Hardest fucking job in the world. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Yeah.
So I do it just for you.
I know. No, I'm kidding. Yes, as Will says, thank you, Monkey, for being friends with benefits.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Let's see. So we should be back next week at the same time, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. So let's see. So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Don't get herpes.
Nice.